two, 1, 2. Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started. If you could find your seats. Reverend Char, take your seat. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy every Sunday to be with my spiritual family. It just warms my heart to see all of you. So if you would like, we are going to do our centering song, our centering music. And so if you'd like, go within. If you want, close your eyes, settle in so we can get ready for the word for today.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our Center of Spiritual Living in Temecula Valley. Thank you, Diego, for the invocation. What I'd like to do now is introduce Beth Haas, who will be coming up and doing our invocation. So please welcome Beth.
Good morning. Take a deep breath all the way into the center of the heart, to that place where what is heard is, be still and know that I am God. Connect to that place. It resides in the center of our being. Be still and know that I am God. And in that place, there is recognition that there is only God, the all and the everything. The breath, the thought, the action, the understanding, the love, the harmony, the balance, the intelligence. It is all God, and it resides in the very center of the center of our being. And so I know that as I turn to it, it greets, it welcomes, it reminds me that this is all there is in life. And as we move and have our being in that recognition, it allows for the flow, allows for the understanding that life is meant to be joyous. It is meant to be full. It is meant to be a complete experience of co-creation. And so as I know this for myself, I know this for each person here, each sentient being. This is life. There is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And so as we move into today's service, it is with that understanding. And so I simply bless our time together, and so it is.
Good morning again. My name's Gary Crutchley. Oh, thank you. Good morning. I am your host this morning. I'm a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and I have three things I have to do. I have a clicker, I have the microphone, and I have a script. So bear with me, I get them confused. As I said, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley. We are a teaching based on the philosophy and teachings of Dr. Ernest Holmes, who in the 1920s, I believe it was 1926, if I remember my test correctly, for practitioner, he published Science of Mind, which is our teaching philosophy is based on that. We are an open and welcoming community. And as I look around, I see the faces, I see people that have been here one time, 100 times. We all love each other and know that God is here for us at all times. Today, we had a beautiful meditation this morning led by my beautiful wife, who's sitting in the back of the room, holding light for everyone in the congregation here, online and at home. So as we continue, again, I'd like to welcome the online community who is there listening. And I don't know who our host is this morning, but Janine is our host this morning. So thank you, Janine, for doing that. I think now we will have our spiritual reading with Beth Hawes.
Gary and I were laughing. We come every Sunday, and yet when we're up here, it's like everything is gone. What do we do next? What do we do first? So it's pretty funny how something rote becomes not our best friend. So the reading that I found, and truly it was a find, because the idea that Charlene sent out was that it was going to be about a blueprint, and I Googled blueprint as a spiritual practice, and what came back was by Archbishop Fulton Sheen, who some of you might recognize the name. I recognize the name, I had no idea. So I just want to tell you, because I thought this was kind of cool. He was a Catholic bishop, and he was the first televangelist. So this man had a TV show in the 50s called Life is Worth Living, for which he earned 3 Emmys. So the very first televangelist was also got Emmys and had a huge following on TV before some of us were born. Some of us were maybe tiny, tiny, tiny little babies then, but anyway. So this is one of the things that he wrote. It's called Love Begins with a Dream. Every person carries within their heart a blueprint of the ones they love. What seems to be love at first sight is actually the fulfillment of desire, the realization of a dream. Plato said, all knowledge is a recollection from a previous existence. This is true if one understands it to mean that we already have an ideal in us, one which is made by our thinking, our habits, our experiences, and our desires. Otherwise, how would we know immediately on seeing people or things that we love them? Before meeting certain people, we already have a pattern and a mold of what we like and what we do not like. Certain people fit into that pattern and others do not. When we hear music for the first time, we either like or dislike it. We judge it by the music we've already heard in our own hearts. The heart has its own secret melody, and one day when the score is played, the heart answers, "This is it." So it is with love. A tiny architect works inside the human heart, drawing sketches of the ideal love from the people it sees, from the books it reads, from its hopes and daydreams, in the fond hope that the eye may one day see the ideal and the hand to touch it. Life becomes satisfying the moment the dream is seen walking, and the person appears as the incarnation of all that one loved. The liking is instantaneous because actually it was there waiting for a long time. Think about that feeling. I know you, right? Some go through life without ever meeting what they call their ideal, but the absolute ideal of every heart does exist, and it is God. All human love is an initiation into the eternal. God has within itself blueprints of everything in the universe. As the architect has in his mind a plan of the house before the house is built, so God has in its mind an archetypal idea of every flower, bird, tree, springtime, and melody. There never was a brush touched to canvas nor a chisel to marble without some great pre-existing idea. So too, every atom and every rose is a realization and concretion of an idea existing in the mind of God from all eternity. This was back in the 50s. Thank you.
Not bad for her first time, I have to say. I remember when I was a little boy going to my grandparents' house, and well, my grandfather was Catholic at one time, but they weren't Catholic at the time, watching Bishop Martin Sheen on TV. And just an aside to that, if you ever saw Saturday Night Live, the church lady was based kind of on what that was. I mean, yeah, so anyway, that's my little ad lib there. It wasn't in the script, so okay. Okay, now we are blessed with our music today, and I believe Diego is going to be introducing our guests.
When Reverend Char gave me this position, or allowed me to fill in, and she said, I want diversity here. And so we are getting that, aren't we? We have musicians from all over. And I am delighted to tell you, introduce our next featured artist. Carla has been my friend for over 20 years, and they drove all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I had the pleasure of meeting her partner, Steve, here. And here's the official bio. Okay, so Steve is a Berkeley graduate with a degree in jazz composition and arrangement. He has been playing guitar since his early teens and started his career as a rock musician. He took up jazz later in his life. His focus now is on they create their own music, combining his experience in both genres. Carla is a singer-songwriter who has been singing since age 3, wrote her first song at age 8, and has since published 3 collections of original music before she teamed up with Steve. Together, their combined skills and their experience make very interesting and eclectic music. Please, a round of applause for Carla and Steve.
Thank you for having us. And my friend Celeste is here. This first tune I wrote, actually, a long time ago, and it's about loving one another and coming together as one. We're all just one human race. And come together and love one another. It's called As One. Love is like a bridge. We build it together. If we make it strong, it will last forever. Put your hand in mine and bring us together. You will see we're all the same. Listen with your heart and hear me. Touch with your soul and feel me. When you get to know the real me, you will see we're all the same. Hey, hey, it's okay. We can make the whole world better when we come together as one. Find a way today to start loving each other like sisters and brothers as one. Hey, hey, it's okay. We can make the whole world better when we come together as one. Find a way here today to start loving each other like sisters and brothers as one. La 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 Listen with your heart and hear me. Touch with your soul and feel me. When you get to know the real me, you will see we're all the same. Hey, hey, it's okay. We can make the whole world better when we come together as one. Find a way here today to start loving each other like sisters and brothers as one. Hey, hey, it's okay. We can make the whole thing better when we come together as one. Find a way here today to start loving each other like sisters and brothers as one. We have a. Oh, we do the other one later? Okay. We're doing another song.
Oh, okay.
And this one you have to help with because it's called Share the Love. You can't share the love if everybody's not sharing. So we're going to teach you. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do we want to dance now or later? Well, both, right? Both. I know. It's up to you. Usually we do the talk and then the second song, but you guys can go for it. Yeah, we're gonna go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, we're going to teach you this song. Come on, Steve, tell us. Share the love. Share the love. Share the love. That's all you got to say. Share the love. Yeah. La, 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 Now we come together at this special time to share the love. Everybody everywhere has a special time for sharing love. And we will laugh together, share the past together, speak of the happy and the sad.
One more time. Thank you very much. And now it is my honor to invite up our minister, Reverend Charlene, or Reverend Shar as she likes to be called, who will be doing her talk on
What do you call
Love is the Blueprint. Oh,
The
Blueprint.
blueprint. Gary Crutchley,
Love it.
everyone. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Oh, and I hope we all come back tonight for the concert. I already have a vision. I want to clear off like rows somewhere so we can dance tonight. So that would be wonderful. So Carla and Steve, well done. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, everyone. I'm Rev Charlene. Oh, Gary, I need the clicker. Thank you. I know. The clicker, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're trying some different things. I like to have different faces up here, right? Yeah. It doesn't mean I know I'm doing my own work on this. Doesn't mean you don't love me. You love me. And there's room up here for many voices, right? So I want to try out having some hosts, and I come up and speak, and sometimes I'm the hostess with the mostest and also speaking. So we're just playing with the formula. And so, we're such a loving and embracing community. It's what we are. So we're just gonna grow that even more. So thank you for playing with us. I know online I didn't get to creep up on you though. So I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do a little ear tug, and I love you. Mwah, mwah. You know who you are. Thank you for being here with us. Mwah. So last week we explored this, right? You remember this? We talked about I'm a little fish in this very comfortable bowl, and yet there's something in me that wants to grow, to be more, to be a more expressed version of myself, right? And sometimes we have to make that big leap, and we don't know what that bowl, that next experience, we don't know what it's going to be. But we have to make the leap in faith, knowing that God, Spirit, the universe, my friend calls it Gus. God, universe, spirit. I like it. Gus. Knowing that presence that powers the universe, sources and holds and supports the universe, has me, has us. We can make the leap. We can do it. And we talked about having these big ass goals, the pinnacle goal of humanity, to create a world that works for everyone. A means to get there is prayer and taking the leap. And so we were considering our own inner work last week, right? Prayer and how that works for us and how it works for the world. And inviting, language into our prayer that if it feels comfortable in our prayer, maybe it's not big enough. Maybe we get audacious with our spirituality and use languaging in our prayer work that almost feels too big. Because I think that's what we need to do this. It's got to be bigger. It's got to be badder. It's got to be better. And so to get there, I thought this week we should bring it back to ourselves, because sometimes we need to look and remember the inner framework that we have so that we can make that leap, because it all begins within. It starts in ourselves. And so today we're going to move inward, and we're going to look at our own inner world, which I'm calling the blueprint. Oh my gosh, I just got to digress for a second. Do you know that we have a little family of birds living in the breezeway? If you go into the center of the breezeway and you look up, you'll see the nest in there. And we can hear them in here, and it's so lovely. So we've got our bird family is singing to us right now. I just love it. I just love it. So today it's inner work, because love does know how to grow us. The soul knows the way. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to overanalyze it. We don't have to overthink it. We can trust and know that it all knows how to unfold itself because it starts within. And so I want to talk about the soul. Do you know that you got one? Yes. Oh, you do? You do know it? How do you know it? You feel it. Okay. So when you think about your soul, what does it feel like? Peaceful. Okay, peaceful. Good? Joy? So do you know you have a soul? Yes. Okay, because science can't prove it. But do you know it? Yes. Yeah. It's that's one of those things that we love about the spirit, being human, right? There's something about us, there's something within us that we know it's in there, but it can't be proven. It's proven by each individual person in their own experience of their own interiority, right? But it's in there. So when you think about your soul, what comes forward? When you think about, my soul. Love. Connection. One, right? These are the words that we use around this to describe this inner feeling that we have, that our soul is in there. I think we forget on a day-to-day, right? We're doing our thing, we're exploring life, we're working, we're loving, we're doing all the things as being a human being. And I think I forget my soul's in there. And it's actually guiding me. It's guiding every aspect of my being when I allow it and trust it and don't let this frontal lobe situation get in the way of, hindering it, hampering it, bypassing it. The soul's in there. And it's the structure, the blueprint of who we are. And it's here for a reason. So we're going to explore the soul today. So I'm glad you all said yes, you have one. No shame in your game if you don't feel like you do, but it's in there. It's in there. So Dr. Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of the Science of Mind and Spirit teaching philosophy, which is what we ascribe here as religious scientists, that's what we are, he says this: the ultimate goal of living, of humanity, is a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. Now, he says this goal is sure to be attained by all. I don't know, I love you, but I don't know if we've attained it yet. I think we're moving that way. I think in an individual sense, we can attain it. But I don't yet see it in my outer experience in the world of effect yet. I just don't. I don't see a complete emancipation from discord of every nature. Do you? Do you see complete freedom of every discord, of all discord of every nature? We don't. Not when people go hungry. Not when there's poverty. Not when there's inequity. We don't have it yet in the world of effect. We just don't. But good news, I think, you're all in this, right? And you've all said yes. You've all raised the banner that you're willing to do the inner work to create the outer experience to move us towards that pinnacle of a freedom, a harmony, an emancipation of all discord of every nature. And that, for me, means we'll have heaven on earth. And I am holding to the fact that it's moving that way. Maybe not as fast as I'd like to crack the whip and get going. I joke, I'm like, I just want to put a drop of water, a drop in the water system. Bing! That everybody would get a little taste of it and life would shift exponentially on this planet. I'd like to do it. But I wait. I wait patiently. Because I believe that we are here, our mission as an individual is aligned with a planetary mission, like a universal mission. We're here to experience joy and end suffering by positively communing with the God of our being, the Gus that we know, and using it to confront all the acts that we, all the inhumanity that we see, the existence, to live that way in spirit, to ultimately help relieve the suffering of the world. I think that's our soul calling, and I think that's real liberation for everybody. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, your soul belongs to the universe in which you live. You are one with the creative genius in back of this vast array of ceaseless motion, the original flow of life. There is a universal principle in back of all of this and more, because we don't see it all, that is sourcing and supporting and moving the flow of life. So we're going to talk about the soul for a second. So in Science of Mind, Dr. Ernest Holmes talks about the soul as our essence. It's our true self. What do we think about that? I like the essence. It's like the essence of me. It's holy, sacred, incapable of being harmed. Ooh. And indestructible. It moves with me. Now, I believe that I believe that I will move into, I don't believe that energy can be destroyed. I believe that the soul is energetic. And so even when this life form decides it's going to leave this planet, that essence of me moves on. Don't know what it will be. None of us do. If you do, let me know. Come forward and do a talk on that. But, concretely, none of us know. But it is pure consciousness. It can neither be created nor destroyed. Our individual soul is the outer aspect of this essence with a capital E. It is a container of continuity, which carries our essence from dimension to dimension. I like this. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, in a way, the soul is like a space capsule carrying the precious cargo of essence to its destination. The ancient ones called it a subtle chariot. The subtle chariot, right? It's that essence that continues on. No matter what I do to this human form, my essence goes on. And I like that. Kind of gives me joy to know that harmonious part of my being moves on no matter what. So Dr. Ernest Holmes says this, there is a pattern of your being or a real spirit of you which is as eternal as God, as indestructible as reality, as changeless as truth. This pattern is seeking to manifest through you. Back of it all, sorry, I have to read. Back of it is all the will and purpose of the universe, all the irresistible laws of being. I like this last part. Finally, it will win. Finally, it will win. That it's seeking to express itself through this physical form. That's the soul. The pattern of my being that's really me, really you. Regardless of what's going on, bad hair day, all of it. My soul is there. And so I see loving ourselves, loving those places of ourselves as our soul calling. Because in our teaching, love is not sentimental, it is structural. Do you know that in this teaching? It's not, I like all the ooey gooey stuff. I love it too. I like all the juiciness. But Dr. Ernest Holmes really looked at love as a structural principle holding up the entire universe, creating, revealing more of itself. Always that structural paradigm, that love principle. And it flows through us. And it responds to our beliefs and our thoughts and our inner agreements of life. So when we are connected in love, what we've had songs about, right? That unity, that wholeness, that oneness, when we're connected and checked into ourselves in love, we're in agreement with the fundamental harmony of life. It's inner and outer. And that, when we have that harmony within ourselves, our soul can express its true nature, its pattern. So when our inner agreement is rooted in love, what happens? Growth becomes natural. Healing becomes possible. Harmony becomes sustainable. Remember that thing we were talking about, for freedom of all discord of every nature and a world that works for everyone? Harmony becomes sustainable when love is the architect of consciousness in everybody. Then we can have a sustainable, harmonious experience. Doesn't mean that we won't experience challenges of life. We're human beings and things, there's personalities involved. But when love is the structural architect of our life, can I be in a disagreement with someone and resolve it and communicate and have dialogue and have understanding with this other person, this other being who is also wanting to be harmonious in their experience? Can we get there? That's the bridge. So I want to see inner growth as an act of love. I want us to not think of it as self-improvement, because we're not broken. We got that, right? That's a big one. Do we agree? Yes. Show of hands. We are not broken. We're not broken. And remember that what we talked about earlier, right? That when we know that there's a soul within us that is perfect, whole, and complete, has never been harmed by anything, that lives within us. So therefore, we are not broken. At the center of our being, we are whole and complete. Now, other things happen, and my frontal lobe gets involved, and my ego gets involved, and other things happen. And at the same time, it coexists, that there's harmony within me. So that's the work I want us to, not to look at, but to just allow to come forth in a greater way. How to love ourselves into alignment. Because we aren't broken. We forget that. We forget. We come here to remember, we're not broken. We're whole. So every time we choose compassion over judgment, every time we listen instead of react, every time we forgive ourselves for being human, that's a big one. I forgive myself for not understanding this situation. I forgive myself. Every time we choose our own happiness, our balance, and harmony, brace yourselves, over pleasing someone else. That is a big one for us being human. When I choose my own balance, my own harmony, my own need over making somebody else happy. That is honoring what is not broken and sourcing and supporting that to allow it to come forward in a greater way. That's being honest and present and willing. So how do we do that? How do we support ourselves to allow that soul blueprint to come forward? Dr. Ernest Holmes had explicit instructions for us. I didn't put all of them in here, but this comes right from the text. He says, choose the way you wish to live. Choose the way you wish to live. We change our thinking, we change our life. Choose the way you want to live. How do you want to live? You choose. You choose. Study those attributes until you believe them. I love that he's sciencey. That's why it's religious science, because there's science involved. Study those attributes until you believe them. Observe your behavior and eliminate any quality or characteristic that is unlike those attributes. So if I choose harmony, okay, my choice is I want to live in harmony. Okay, Charlene, I know the attributes. So I observe my behavior when I watch the news or I read Facebook, and then I have to change those qualities that come out sometimes because they're not in alignment with the way I've chosen to live, which is harmony. It's really not hard, right? Every day, affirm those attributes. Today is my peaceful day, the monks walking. Today is my peaceful day. Today is my harmonious day. Affirm those attributes. Remind yourself. That way it gets easier when you see something in the physical world that's uncomfortable, that you don't vibe with. I'm not saying we turn our back to it, but I'm just saying you witness it and observe it. You don't add to the kerfuffle. You move into the way you want to live. You choose. You choose. I'm choosing harmony. So as we do that, harmonize our thoughts, our words, our choices, and sometimes because I want harmony, I have to have a boundary around something that disappoints someone else, which is very hard for me. I don't like it. But who comes first? You're the only one you can't break up with. I'm going to tell you again, right? So if you want harmony, Oh, okay, sorry. If you want to live in a certain way, you're the one. Boundaries sometimes are an important bridge to live in the way that you desire. You choose. But we have to create it on the inside before it starts to manifest on the outside. So what might that mean? Oh, minding your self-talk might be one. Self-love equates to boundaries. That's another one. Affirmations of guidance and worth. Prayer. Ways to harmonize, to balance. Whatever your choice of living is, that's what you inner create. The world will then mirror that. It's organic. The law works every time. You choose, and the law says what? Yes. My beloved, yes. So the love is there. It is the essence of our being. It knows how to grow us. We just have to trust it. And our only work is to listen and align with it and live that way. That is the blueprint of who we are. So I hope that you choose what your life would look like in the adjective, right? Whatever your word is. The way I want to live is this way. And then our thoughts and our feelings start to reflect that, and harmony becomes, or for me, harmony becomes that inner blueprint. I hope that you speak blessings to yourself that include everyone and everything, and then widen that circle. Okay? Did you make your choice on the way you want to live? Yes. Oh, what is it? Peace. Oh, peace. Without fear. Okay. With power. Abundantly, joyfully. Love. Power to listen. Presence. So you made your choice, right? So now you need to do those other things to support that choice of living, right? So you have your assignment? Yes. You're taking it on? Yes. All right. That is the way we change inwardly to change the outer experience, which gets us towards that tipping point where we live in a world of harmony. And what did Dr. Ernest Holmes say? I'm going to go back to it. a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. And so it is. I love you. All right, please welcome Gary back to the stage. There you go. Thank you, thank you.
Are we not blessed to have Reverend Charlene? This woman has a full-time job. She travels extensively, and yet she still devotes her life to this. So it's up to you guys to listen to her, to make her efforts worthwhile. So thank you, Reverend Char. Since we don't have a second song, it's already been done, we're going to move into our offering and blessings. So I invite Sky and Doug to come up as our ambassadors. Please welcome them. And let's see. Oh, it's already up. Now is the time for giving. I am the treasurer for this association and church, and I really do know what the value of $1 is for us. So I know how we spend our funds. We support the community. We support the love and everything that we do here. So it's very important that you give with your hearts. Give with your hearts and give with your pocketbook. We have many things we want to do. Oh, okay. Sorry, Doug. Don't worry about it. Today is free form. Give with your hearts. Give your time, treasure, and talent. Give to this center so that we can continue doing what we do, and that's best to serve our members in the community. So please join with me in our affirmation of abundance, which I will put up on the screen. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Thank you. So it is. All right. Clicker. Now you can come. Clicker. There we go. There we go. God is my source. Power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. I'd now like to invite up Peg McLaughlin, who will be doing our announcements. Now, they're very extensive today, so please pay attention to everything she says.
Get comfortable. We're going to be sitting here a little longer. Good morning, everybody. Whoa, that's loud. All righty, we got a lot going on here tonight. So we're holding a special concert with this beautiful duet, 6 o'clock tonight. A Simple Truth and Diego will be performing right here at CSL TV. And I don't want to read their whole bio because we already know that. The concert is just $20 per person. Children are free, and some of the proceeds will support the center. So come on back at 6 tonight. Is that too loud? Do I need to? Okay. The March-themed lunch is celebrating all things Mardi Gras next Sunday, March 15th after service. Monica will be hosting a colorful and inspirational brunch. She will be creating a beautiful main course, and as we all know, she can cook. So please bring your favorite dish, whether it's Cajun or not, something to share, and we can gather together to celebrate and connect and enjoy a beautiful feast. CSL TV practitioner Pat Clark will be hosting an online book study in April, Stained Glass Spirit. This will be a 5-week online study course starting April 1st, so that's Wednesdays. It's based on the reading, the book by Dr. Tracy Brown, Stained Glass Spirit. Want to create a world that works for everyone? This book study is a contemplation on just that. Cost for the course is just $25 plus the book. The sign-up sheet is on the activities table. You can get more information. On Saturday, May 2nd, the Gifts of Spirit group will be hosting a fun variety show. Variety is the spice of life. It will start at 7 p.m. The cost is just $10 and benefits the center. Come and have some fun with this talented group, showcasing their comedy, song, acting, and poetry. And they are meeting in the sanctuary at noon today to prepare. So if you are a participant in the show or planning on being a helper, please attend today. Your 2025 charitable giving tax letters are in the office, ready for pickup. CSLTV board thanks you for your continued giving and support of our center, and let that giving support you in your tax deduction. CSLTV Soul Treks, our hiking club, led by Amberly, is taking a group to the Great Oak on the Pechanga Reservation. This is a very sacred walk to the historical heritage oak with a special ceremony as we gather around to honor the land and the trees. There are limited spots available, so please see the QR code on the activities table to learn more. And we are starting to prepare for Easter this year. This will be a day of choir songs, readings, and inspirations on this magical time we call Easter. We'll have an Easter egg hunt in the Peace Bowl Garden for the kids. There will be no youth classroom that day, as we want all families together to celebrate the beauty of Easter together. And Easter this year is on April 5th. I looked it up. And finally, on March 22nd, you will want to mark your calendar to be here and bring a friend as we host our spring equinox Taizé service called Prayer of Peace. This is a deep meditative service with singing bowls, beautiful vibrational instruments, some chanting, song, and time to reflect on peace. We will experience the singing bowls of Phyllis and Amberly with some spoken words by Beth Haas and Rev Shar and the powerful voice of Ocho. You do not want to miss this, and this event is not streaming live that day, so you gotta be here to get it. Okay, and that's all I got. You're welcome.
I now invite Reverend Charlene back up to the stage.
Hi, everyone. All right. This is our time of prayer, so I'd ask licensed practitioners, ministers, practitioner interns to please rise, and you can come forward if you'd like up here with us. This is the healing arm. Take a look. Look around. This is the healing arm of our center. These are practitioners and ministers who are licensed in the spiritual art and science of spiritual mind treatment, which is just a fancy word for affirmative prayer. That's what we call affirmative prayer here. They are here to serve, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's their honor to sit with you and know truth when I can't see it for myself, when I'm having trouble to figure my way through a challenge. Or alternatively, which we don't really talk about enough, is life going great? Are there aspects of your life that are going fantastically? See a practitioner and invite more of that in. So please see them after service. They're in the breezeway, in the chairs. You can grab one of them after service and say, I really need a prayer, and go to the back of the sanctuary or out in the Peace Pole Garden with the olive tree. Prayer works. It works. So if there's any aspect of your life that you'd like to see a shift in, you want to call forth that word in a greater way that you landed on during the talk, see a practitioner. They'll know it for you, and when they know it, it moves into the one mind, and it's known everywhere, including within me and you. We also have this beautiful prayer box at the back of the sanctuary with some prayer cards. Put your prayer on a piece of paper, put it in the prayer box. The practitioners pray on this all week and know it for you. It's powerful. It's powerful. It's powerful. So can we come together right here and now to pray together? Soften the eyes. Close the eyes. It need not matter. Because Spirit, ever present, ever activated, moving and having its experience. I call it love, but it is God, universe, Spirit, source. I call it love. It is moving and becoming itself in greater and greater measure. It is the love, the harmony, the balance, the wholeness that is the truth at the center of life experience. And I know that we are it. We are love in form. Each and every one of us is a beautiful representation of Spirit. And that essence within us, that soul within us knows this truth. That there is this essence, this place that has never been harmed, never been injured, never been touched by the world of effect. And it is the truth of our being. It is the blueprint, the structure. And I know and affirm that we call this essence forth in a greater way to enliven and enhance and support our lives. That we allow that harmony, that balance, that peace, that love, that power forward in a greater way by remembering the truth of our being, that we are God in form and we are powerful beyond measure. And at every moment we are at choice to remember that essence and call it forth in a greater way, to allow it to have its experience as us in a greater way. And how good that is to remember that power lives within us, and we can choose it and activate it. And so I just remember this truth, I call it forth, and I say it is good and very good. And so with a grateful heart for this truth of our being, for the truth and the essence of our soul's calling, I am grateful. And so I just place my word into the power and action of the law, for I know it is done in the mind of God. And together we affirm, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you. So we're going to close with our congregational song, which is Peace on Earth. So I would ask you to stand and join together as Carla and Steve bring us home with Peace on Earth.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our power, loved ones all are we. Make a walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Begin with us. So thank you, Carla. Thank you, Steve. Please come back at 6 tonight for a concert together. I love you. Have a great week. Bye online.